Hi, everybody, and welcome to Proline TV for May 31st. He's Al McMorty, and I'm Scott Spreitzer. We're talking American League Baseball. Going to preview a couple of the games in just a moment. First, of course, the big news over Memorial Day weekend. Jim Tressel out as Ohio State coach, obviously feared Brady Hoke in Ann Arbor and feared having to go to Lincoln, Nebraska this fall, and that's probably why he resigned. Wink, wink. And also, of course, we have the NBA Finals tipping off on Tuesday night. Game 1 battle between Dallas and Miami. Al and I both involved with that at a personal service. And Al, before we get to our American League games we're going to talk about, you got a big game which we're going to mention on Tuesday in just a moment. But we had a big one on Monday at the personal service. You had a big play on the Toronto Blue Jays, your Fortune 500. I had a big personal service play on them also. We were talking about this game over the phone on Sunday night. Jojo Reyes, 28 consecutive starts without a victory, and he broke the funk, so to speak, on Monday with a big win, winning 11-1 over the Cleveland Indians. He went the full ride, the full 9 innings, and now he shares the record with 2 others instead of the dubious distinction of being the sole owner of a 29-game non-win streak. So congratulations on that play. And, of course, on Tuesday, you're featuring your National League Vegas Strip move total of the year.
Yeah, I've been red hot on totals all year, Scott. And, yesterday you and I both had big totals plays, which we, bet at the sports book on the Oakland Yankee game under the total. And that was an easy winner. Not so easy in the first inning when the Yankees scored 3 runs, but then final score 5-0. Bartolo Colon, he goes the distance and gives up, I think, just 4 hits yesterday versus the Oakland A's. And today I'm featuring my Vegas Strip move total of the year. This one goes in the National League, Scott. It's a play that I've had now circled for 3 days. It's got everything going for it, and it's my total of the year. And you want to pick it up right now. It's only $10. Call toll free 866-577-9172. Just $10. My Vegas Strip move total of the year going in National League action on this Tuesday. 866-577-9172.
And now the game you're talking about on this report. And by the way, folks, I'm not the handicapper from beyond. We just have a little camera trouble going on here, it looks like, as I'm fading in and out of the picture. But wanted to mention the matchup that you're going to talk about is Texas at Tampa Bay. Texas really hung one on the Tampa Bay Rays on Monday night, the series opener, winning 11-5. How do you see this matchup going out?
Well, you just touched upon, part of this, Scott. The Tampa Bay Rays at home this season, it's really inexplicable. They have one of the worst home-road buys in the majors, but they're 15-10 on the road. That's not what you would expect, and only 13-15 at Tropicana Field. And even more egregious is their run-scoring bias. You take a look at what they've done on the road this season. They lead the league with 138 runs scored in their 25 road games. But in their 28 games at the Trop, the Rays are just 12th in the American League with just 88 runs scored at home. So despite 3 more games at home than on the road, that's an incredible differential of almost 50 runs. So there's this uneven balance with Tampa Bay this season. And, why fight it? I'm going to take Texas here. Tampa Bay's calling up young right-handed starter Alex Cobb rather than go with the guy they were using as their spot starter, Andy Sonnenstein. Sonnenstein was very ineffective so far as the replacement for Jeff Neiman, who's out with an injury. So they turn once again to Cobb. He's a 23-year-old pitcher. He had 1 start earlier this year against Anaheim. He wasn't very effective in that one. His ERA north of 8 runs a game. And this is just a tough spot for the young right-handed, guy. He's going to go up against the AL champions and their ace left-hander, C.J. Wilson. Wilson's just moving right along. 5 on the season, a 3.25 ERA. And in his last 3, a little bit better than that, 2.95 ERA. The Rangers are priced right now at minus 128, and that's the way I'm going.
I tell you what, the Rangers have done a great job also in getting Colby Lewis back on track because he had lost some of his velocity in the early going this season, and it seems to be back on track. He's starting to pitch better, and, of course, they're getting healthy. I mean, Josh Hamilton has yet to bust out, so to speak, had the home run in his first at-bat coming back from injury, but he's yet to really catch fire, and once he does, of course, the Rangers will be tough to deal with again in the AL West. I'm going to be talking about an American League game in just a moment. First, I want to let everybody know that I'm basically giving away the NBA Finals. We've had a tremendous run in the finals going back to 2008, 16-5, 76% winners with all sides and totals. Now, my individual plays online are going for as much as $50 per pop. I'm giving away at my service only, exclusive to Smash Mouth Sports, my sides, my totals, executive plays in the NBA Finals for a grand total of just $10. All you have to do is call toll free on Tuesday, 1-866-896-1627, 866-896-1627. The game that I'm looking about on this report, again, we're going to Kaufman. And I say again because I had the Angels on Monday, a road warrior wipeout. And even though they spotted Kansas City a 6-1 lead through the first couple of innings, we knew we still had a chance because we had Luke Hochevar on the mound and we had that Kansas City bullpen that has been struggling. But if you look back, it's kind of a payback situation almost for the Angels. And I know most Major League Baseball players and professional athletes don't get involved in that kind of an emotion. But the Angels opened the season in Kansas City. They lost 3 straight after winning the opener. But it wasn't just the fact that they lost the 3 games. It was the fashion they did it in. The first loss came when Michael Kahn was tagged at the bottom of the 9th. Kahn hasn't pitched for the Angels since April 9th. The second loss came when Kevin Jepson gave up 2 runs on 4 hits to the Royals in their last at-bat. And the third loss came when then closer Fernando Rodney blew a 2-run lead to the bottom of the 9th. That sent the game into extra innings, and then the Royals won with a 3-run homer over Jason Bolger. So the Angels could have easily won all 4 games to open the season, but instead they were 1-3, a lot of head scratching going on in the clubhouse. Since then, a couple of the relievers that I just mentioned are no longer coming out of the Angel bullpen. Fernando Rodney is now a setup man. He was replaced by young fireballer Jordan Walden shortly after that series as the team's primary closer. And really, if you break it down, going into the series, the Angels were just 2-9 in games against Boston and Kansas City combined. They were 26-18 against the rest of their opponents. So I really thought, a little bit of payback here. We jumped on the Angels on Monday. We got a nice come-from-behind win. And instead of the Angels, it was the Royals bullpen who blew it. And now Soria has been bumped from his role as closer. And they're having some problems, obviously, in Kansas City. Socha's going to go with Joe Pinheiro on Tuesday. Tremendous in his 3 road starts this season. He owns a strong ERA and whip in 14 career appearances against KC. And he's backed by a team that owns the American League's second-best road record, going up against a Royals squad that's really falling apart at the seams right now. They've lost 3 straight. They've lost 13 of the last 16 overall. And they've given up 63 big, fat, juicy runs in their last 8 games, basically allowing 8 runs per contest. I mentioned the pen's a mess. Soria has gone as the closer, been demoted to basically a setup guy. He might not even pitch over the next couple of games. I'm going to back the Angels again. I think they've got a nice price on the Angels if you like the road team here. And now I'm going to go ahead and back the LA Angels to get win number 2 in this series over Kansas City. Before we let everybody get away, again, tell us what you got going on Tuesday. You've got that NL Vegas Strip move total of the year.
That's right, Scott, and it's only $10, and we've been great on the totals all season long, and this is the number 1 total on our Vegas Strip Move service this entire season. Just $10, 866-577-9172. $10 get you in the winner's circle. Don't miss this on this Tuesday, 866-577-9172.
And I'm basically giving away the NBA Finals at Smash Mouth Sports. $10 gets it all, sides and totals, executive plays, right through the final buzzer of the final game of this championship series. Can't wait till it gets underway. Give me a call. You're going to get it all for $10 from the opening tip till the final game is over with. 1-866-896-1627, 866-896-1627. He's Al McMorty. I'm Scott Spreitzer. More Proline TV on Wednesday. Have a great Tuesday night. We'll see you back on Wednesday afternoon.